Yo. Oh, all right.
The
All right,
that's
Houston.
it.
There you
All right.
go.
Now get the
He was
fuck out of
made
here.
for this shit. Welcome back, y'all, to the divisional round of Pound the Walk podcast, baby.
What's up, y'all? We had it was a great weekend. It was our last wild card weekend. I think it was like a record breaking fourth quarter lead changes. The games were all great going into Sunday night, and then Chargers sucked. Herbert had a
Yeah,
bad
it was
game. Whatever.
not a
Aaron
not a
Rodgers is
good
dead.
evening. Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers is done. Yeah, Chargers are out. But to your point, each game was very competitive. I had a lot of fun watching them. Unfortunate for the Chargers, man. They just could not get things clicking, but we'll get into that here in a little bit.
Yeah.
But just to get into a comment from our friend Dex So Legit. Hope you like your jersey, by the way. He basically said our picks were booty cheeks, and let him have a run at it. Let the fans have a run at it. So, before we get into our results, let's take a look at the Dex So Legit results. Talking about
That's
booty
pretty
cheeks.
That's
You got one right on each conference, bud.
Dude, that's John David Booty. That's a deep dive right there. Yeah, that's. I mean, I don't know. Appreciate you, Matt. Fan of the year. I guess we can label him fan of the year for Pound the Walk. Yeah, not the best. You got the Bills right.
Got the Bills
Got the
right.
Rams right.
Got Rams, and hey, the Seahawks are still in it, so I mean, I guess he could have a chance.
Yeah,
But yeah, we appreciate you chiming in. But I believe we were slightly less booty cheeky each.
Booty cheeky. Yeah, yeah. I remember midway through Wild Card weekend, I was like, hey, my picks are looking good. The Rams game, I guess we can slightly dabble. The Rams game was everyone thought that was gonna be like a lock. That was a really close game. Shout out the Panthers for rallying.
Yeah,
Rally.
absolutely.
Oh, see that was clever too, North Carolina. But
Ah,
it wasn't even on purpose.
ah.
But yeah, Matt Stafford is a beast. Threw some that game-winning touchdown was one of the best throws I could think of in the last long time. I don't know. But yeah, I guess you'll pull up our brackets and for whatever we have wrong, we'll show our picks. Is that what's going on? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah,
He has no idea because he just shows up every week.
well we didn't. Now I think about it, we didn't really run it by, but I mean it'll be quick. But yeah, there it is. There it is. I guess we'll do what we did last time, left to right. Houston dominated the Steelers. That was a really close game in the first half until Texans defense kept playing their game. They're a very dominant team. Nico Collins just announced to be out this week. He's injured, so that's going to be a bummer for them. But yeah, right? That was that.
Yeah,
And then,
no, that was a relatively booty cheeky game as well for the Steelers. There were only two games that weren't super competitive, and that was one of them. But yeah, C.J. Stroud had a decent game. Woody Marks, man, hell of a game for Woody Marks. Christian Kirk, this was yeah,
Charlie Kirk. You see, Stephen A. Smith called him Charlie Kirk on ESPN. That was fun. But yeah, Stroud did what he had to do. He had some good deep balls that he's made early on. I mean, it obviously wasn't a mistake-free game. A lot of quarterbacks did not have a mistake-free game in the wild card, but they did what they had to do, and that defense is just nasty. Josh Allen with that 10-yard tush push, that was really fun to watch.
that was the most incredible tush push I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, I got mixed reviews. I heard some people saying that was stupid, or someone said it was like the lamest shit ever. I'm like, dude, that was sick. That was fucking sick.
A play that's
Right.
designed to get 1 to 2 yards, picking up 10,
Yeah.
is fucking incredible, man. I don't
Yeah.
care what you say. But man, Josh Allen got his ass beat that game though, so hopefully he recovers well for this next game here. But yeah, he Superman did what he had to do. Had a great game. Got the dub. It was a very close game, 27-24.
Yeah, something like that. The Bills could have actually there was like about a minute or a little less than a minute left, and they could have actually like just done a little quick like snap the ball like almost a knee, don't lose any yards, and then punch it in. But they trusted their defense and they forced a pick early in that next possession. That was a good way to finish the game for them. Unfortunately, the next game on their bracket is the Chargers Patriots game. Our defense did exactly what I thought we'd do. It made the Patriots offense look the worst that they did all year. Put up 16 points. But will a Greg Roman offense, even though we got Superman of Justin Herbert on the team, put up more than 16 points? No. No quick game. Couldn't run the ball. Marion was not healthy. Big scratch. Played like 2 snaps. And Herbert actually had a bad game. I mean, you can't avoid bringing that up. He was hesitant. He wasn't making those decisions. There's a lot of plays I look back on where he could have pulled the trigger and at least just had a receiver get a chance to go up and get it. And he was running for his life. In the whole second half, it was probably the worst beating I've seen from any game this year with us. Herbert was getting destroyed. Yeah, we literally put up 3 points in the playoffs. So Greg Roman gets fired. There's a win in everything, so that's good. I'm excited to talk about that later in the offseason. But, yeah, that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah. Look, your defense, we talked about it, shortly after the game. Your defense did exactly what they were supposed to do, limit them to under 20 points. You guys, I really thought that, to have a chance, you guys just needed to get into range for Dicker to kind of do his thing. I didn't see a ton of touchdowns being thrown from you guys, just with how banged up everyone is, maybe one here and there, but, I really thought the kicking game was going to get you there, but just couldn't get in range. Justin Herbert, I don't know if it was nerves or, he's a little bit more banged up than he wanted to be or what, just him in the playoffs, man. It's very Peyton Manning-esque.
Yeah, I'll just keep running with that narrative. He's just Peyton Manning, which means he's going to get the next one. And a run, and then there's going to be a playoff run, and he's finally going to get the Super Bowl. I wish I was older. I still have very vivid memories with you in the Bears-Colts Super Bowl. You got that jersey with the Super Bowl patch. Funny enough, it was the blue jersey, even though they wore the white one. Whatever, that's pretty unique. But, yeah, obviously Devin has to return, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't realize the weight of that, for Peyton Manning's legacy, I guess you could say.
It was pretty massive, and, if that's what happens to Justin Herbert, he just needs to get 1 or 2, And look, what happened with, now I can't think about it. John Elway, he got close so many times. Many times. And just the time that he does get it, it's going to be the most incredible moment of that man's life. Justin Herbert's still young. He's a huge gunslinger. He is also very John Elway-esque, so keep building that team around him, get him a good line, get him healthy, get some protection. You guys have some weapons, just need to keep adding to his arsenal, and he'll get there. Unfortunately, it wasn't this year, but, like we say, there's always next year. So, moving on.
Story of my life. Yeah, Rams, Panthers, we kind of already talked about it. Shout out the Panthers for fighting. But the Rams showed what the Rams can do. Stafford also got beat up pretty bad, but it seems like everything's going to be fine coming into this week. He's the best quarterback in the league right now that's still alive. I mean, him and at least on the NFC. I don't know. Obviously, Josh Allen too, but that'll be fun. It'll be fun to see. So that's all I got to say about the Rams. Shout out the Rams.
Yeah, another great game to watch. Rams did what they had to do. They came in, whooped their ass. But big shout out to Carolina though. I thought it was going to be a 31-3 kind of game. They hung in there the entire way. And yeah. It was a great game. But yeah, Stafford with those 3 touchdowns. I mean, he did throw a pick, but, he looked good for the most part.
Yep. Yeah, you only got 1 wrong there. That's pretty sick now I'm looking at it, right? But yeah, anyways, Niners, Eagles, similar with the Chargers, obviously with the coordinator situation. He got fired, Patullo. Their offense it was just not the Eagles' offense this year. People were questioning Saquon's health early in the season, which, I mean, I'm sure that played a role in his performance, but obviously that offense just could not get rolling. Did not use Jalen Hurts to his, true talents this season. You can look at that with, like, RPO yardage per season. And that's just what played out. And the Niners slightly getting healthier coming into this week. Fred Warner's still not going to play, but apparently he's on track to hopefully be back for, like, if they make it to the championship round. But really, the Niners, man, Kyle Shanahan, I feel like every playoff game, he just shows out his offensive play calling and drawing up plays. That beautiful reverse to Juan Jennings ends up being a throw to Christian McCaffrey. Great catch by McCaffrey. Yeah, the Niners did what they had to do. I'm really rooting for the Niners now. Shout out Brock Purdy. Not the most perfect game, but once again, enough to get a win over a struggling offense with the Eagles. So, yeah.
Yeah, funny enough, this was one of Saquon's better games in a couple weeks here, or most of the season at this point. He broke 100 yards. But yeah, Jalen Hurts is just not getting it done through the air, and he barely used his legs this year. I'm not sure why they switched from that so much. But yeah, clearly a less efficient season for them. They were playing that type of football against San Francisco, and ultimately came down to their demise. It really just could not get things going through, I don't know, the entire game. I think they had 6 points in the first, 7, and then a couple field goals in the subsequent quarters afterwards. So just could not get anything really going offensively. And, we've been saying this all year long. San Francisco has found ways to win games. And yeah, I kind of shot myself in the foot there.
Yeah, but then we got, you could argue, the game of the week. The Bears coming back from half, I don't even remember. It was maybe like 21-3 at half or something along those lines. Magic happened in the second half for the Bears.
Yeah. 21-3. They held Green Bay without any points in the third, and then limited them to 6 points in the fourth quarter. And then the Bears scored 25 points in the fourth quarter. So huge swing late in the game. Came back, did what they had to do. Another really close game. Super fun to watch.
Yeah, Bears fans are ecstatic. That's the word. Yeah, I'd be super happy for the Bears fans out there. If I was a Bears fan, I'd be super, super happy. Ben Johnson is the truth, man. He kept them locked in, and they just kept chipping away and got the dub. That was just a great game to watch. And that's the wild card, right? That was a great wild card week, and I believe the divisional round weekend will be just as good, if not better. Right?
I'm hoping it's better, right? It's supposed to be,
Yeah, gets better and better.
Moves forward.
So because of that, we got a little updated bracket with our new picks. Obviously, some people might not be so happy with our picks, and the fans, maybe mine. I don't know, but. Yeah, divisional round. We got 2 games Saturday, 2 games Sunday. I don't even know which ones come first, but you're top, I'm bottom. Whoa, let's not say that. Pause. Yeah, Bills at Denver. What's going on? You leaving because of what I said?
I'm getting out of here. I'm getting my jacket on and.
My bad, dude. I can run this. It's all good. Well, yeah, we both got the Bills at Denver. We got the Bills winning. Bo Nix, the narrative I think is really true. What they're saying about his success against like zone heavy defenses is not very successful. Just in general, I think Bo Nix. Obviously he's like top tier with avoiding sacks and running for his life and making stuff out of that. But the Bills, man, with James Cook and that run game. Playing a great defense in Denver, I still think Josh Allen just shows out in balls, man. That's just how I see it happening. I think Buffalo comfortably wins this game. That's how I feel.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Josh Allen, James Cook, I say this every week, even when they lose, with those two playing at the levels that they do, former MVP, the league-leading rusher, yeah, those two assets there. They can get it done, right? If you can get a tush push to go 10 yards, why not, right? So I do think that the Buffalo offense is way more explosive than the Denver offense. Their defense is great, but they also have great players on that Buffalo offense. So, David versus Goliath, I think, David's going to take this one.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I agree. There's a train passing my house right now, by the way. I don't know if you can hear that. It's fucking loud.
I heard that. I just thought you farted.
Not yet. We got Houston at New England. We both got New England winning this one. Granted, I guess I can confidently say Houston's defense is a little better than the Chargers' defense, and our defense balled out. But I don't know. I just think with Josh McDaniels and those adjustments that he's able to make, pre-game and during, they'll show out and win, man. It's just a well-coached team that fights, and they've at this point, I think they destroyed that narrative of they haven't played anyone good. They still did what they had to do against us. Their defense was phenomenal against ours, and like we said, Nico Collins is out, so that's a big hit on Houston. And will Stroud play a mistake-free game? I don't think so. So that's that. I'm scared to mute. I'm going to mute and see what happens.
All right. Yeah. Without Nico Collins out there, one less asset for Stroud, and like you said, is he going to play a clean game? I don't know. The New England defense is still a really, really good defense. Obviously, limited the Chargers to only a field goal, really. And the fact that their offense played against the Chargers, who has an incredible defense, and still put up 5 times the amount of points that they did, if something similar like that happens in Houston, I mean, I can absolutely see that.
Yeah, 20 to 100, right? That'll be the score.
That'd be amazing. Let them score 20 points to 100. But yeah, with the season that the New England Patriots have had this year, and just the coaching and potential MVP, I gotta go with New England against Houston. All right, flipping over to the other side, we have the Seattle Seahawks versus the San Francisco 49ers. I'm going Seattle, man. They've shocked me this year. They've played amazing football. Shout out Dex Legit. So yeah, give me Seattle. When they're hot, they're hot. So I'm hoping with a week off, they're rested, they feel good, and they come out hot.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Matt. The Niners are my team that I'm rooting for. They're like that underdog. They've been playing good though, regardless of being that underdog. They've been playing really good. And this whole narrative of Sam Darnold just suddenly being questionable with like an oblique injury, that's scary to hear right before a divisional round matchup. We're days away. I don't know if it's tomorrow or the next, but we're days away. Yeah, so who knows what happens? I just feel like the Niners pull it out. This one's like my gut feeling one. Sorry, Matt. Yeah.
You hear this fucking guy, Matt? All right, and then we got the LA Rams against Chicago Bears. We both have the Rams on this one. Look, if Devontae Adams is out there, Puka Nacua is out there, and healthy Matt Stafford's out there, I don't see why they don't win this one. They're just when they're, like I said, against with Seattle too. When LA's hot, they're hot. There's a couple games that they've struggled this year, but those have been few and far between. So I think that they're a much more explosive offense. Not to discredit Chicago at all. They're solid defense. The Ben Johnson offense can get it going, but can they get it going every drive? Can they produce something every drive? I don't know. With LA, anything's possible. So yeah, I'm going with the Rams.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Bears fans. I'm also going with the Rams. I was wrong about the Bears last week, though. For you guys, I hope that's the case this week. But that being said, Stafford's on fire. They got all their receivers out there. Nacua and Devontae are just like the best 1-2 receiver duo. It's got to be, right? I mean, at least right now that I can think of. And the Bears' pass defense, if they're not forcing turnovers, they're a lower tier pass defense in the whole league. So obviously you got to force turnovers. If not, I think the Rams run away with this one as well. So yeah, I got Niners, Rams, NFC Championship. You got Rams, Seahawks.
And there we go. And then looks like you have Buffalo moving on to the Super Bowl to play the San Francisco 49ers. I have New England to play the Rams. Obviously this is all subject to change depending on what happens each week, but
dude,
there is our updated Super Bowl prediction.
You didn't pick your winner though. You got a tie in the Super Bowl?
Clicked. Yeah, I'm going with a tie in the Super Bowl.
The longest Super Bowl ever.
Bet
going into the next season.
$5 million on a tie and walk out a billionaire.
That'll do it. So who do you got the win though?
I got New England taking the whole thing.
You had them in the last bracket too, I think. So
I did. I kind of have to stick with my
Yeah, if it's alive, it's alive. I like it. Yeah. So that's our picks. We might tweet a parlay or two,
Maybe,
right? Maybe.
maybe.
Because the last one, I don't know if we even posted it, but we had what Rams -6.5 and the over. My bad. I had the -6.5 part. So
Well, I don't recall how bad it was, but it got pretty bad, I think.
yeah,
Um, let me pull it up just to see how bad it was, just
I
because
mean the -6.5 didn't hit. That's all I know. I think the
that
over did.
completely missed. The
I think it was over
over.
41.5, so that hit, and then yeah,
Then we had two other legs, which I don't think even came close.
yeah. I feel like it was like I had Manungai scoring or something. I don't know, man. It didn't happen, guys. Our first miss ever. Whatever.
First time ever is crazy too, man. Like what what game was this?
Packers Bears. We did Saturday. That was it.
Oh yeah, no, this was the only thing that hit was the over 42 and a half.
Yeah, which was yours, and yeah, yeah.
Manungai missed, Josh Jacobs didn't do a thing, so yeah.
Pooped that one, guys.
Yeah, first one ever. We'll get you back
Yeah, we're
this
getting our money back, y'all.
coming week. Alright, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. That was the Divisional Round. Hey, send your brackets in if y'all care.
Yeah,
We'll see how you did compared to us. You know, if you're Mr. McBooty Cheeks out here, we'll call you out on it because you want to call us out on it. That was Divisional Round 2026 of Pound the Walk Podcast. He just shit himself.
pound it. The train scared me. Pound it.